So I got into a bit of an accident this week and I'm on a ton of painkillers. I really don't know how NFL players get out there like this every week. I mean, Tony Romo on his ribs, Michael Vick in his hand. And what was that on Monday night? I mean, the guy's foot was pointing the wrong way. I'm sorry, guys. Is this real life? Will this be like this forever? No, don't touch. It's time for Studs and Duds. Look, don't believe the hype. This week, Apple introduced the new iPhone, and all the hipsters and texters went, I mean, it's only a computer the size of a deck of cards that keeps you constantly connected to the internet and you can talk to. No, people want something newer, something shinier, something futurier. Is that even a word? They want this shiny toy. Same thing with fantasy football. While everyone's excited about Stevan Ridley, the new running back in New England, they've already forgotten about the guy that's #1 on the depth chart. But Jarvis Greenellis has a ridiculous name, and he's still not going to get his full share of carries, but so few running backs do anyway. He's going to get the important ones, and most importantly, the red zone ones. So if someone's neglecting him and likes shiny new things, it's time to steal the law firm and let him go all Johnny Cochran on your opponents. Now, do you need a receiver this week? Jordy Nelson might have the most frat-tastic name since the boys at Sig Up were trying to get me to do keg stands, but he's fastly becoming Aaron Rodgers' #2 option. That's a good thing and much better value than trying to trade for Greg Jennings, which is probably impossible, unless you're in a league full of those drunk Sig Ups I just mentioned. Nelson's just a couple of targets and a few yards behind Jennings each week, which makes him better than most. Right now, Aaron Rodgers is the best QB in the league, and Green Bay has got to feel good about finally having a big QB. So latch on to Nelson before everyone else realizes what's going on. Sophomore slump is a real thing, people. At least if you're Mike Williams. So far in 2012, he's been as big of a dud as, well, the other Mike Williams. This year, it hasn't mattered which Mike Williams you started. Neither of them has done crap. Williams can't seem to get open, Josh Freeman can't seem to find him, and Aurelius Bean is back from knee surgery and looking better and more like #1. The problem is there's no clear problem with Williams. He's not dropping balls, he's not hurt. He's just like that firework you had as a kid. You lit him and you ran and then nothing. Did it blow out? I mean, you can't just walk up there and check on it because you know it's going to explode in your face. Same way with Williams. I keep waiting for the guy to shoot up into the sky and put up big points, but if he makes me wait much longer, I'm just going to have to throw a bucket of water on his ass. Now, it's time for the question of the week, which, remember, you guys can submit anytime you like at SportShouting.com. This week's question comes from the Iceman. He asked Rex Grossman or Matt Hasselbeck. We'll either keep it going all year. If you're going to force me to pick Ice, I'm going to go with Hasselbeck. He's lost his best target and Chris Johnson seems to have lost his legs, but he's still finding ways to win so far. 10 for 20 doesn't sound like a big day until you notice that big sexy bald man threw 3 TDs. And keeps having those kind of days, you'll be happy with Hasselbeck. I'm not saying I'm not liking Grossman, but he's morphed into kind of like a modern-day Trent Dilfer. He's more worried about not losing in the game than he is winning. And until we find out what's going on with the Skins running game, I'm worried about him keeping things going in DC, quite frankly. So until next week, I'm Jenn Sterger. Catch you later.